Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And we got a couple of more figures from that comic book convention. First one up we got here is another multiverse DC from the McFarlane toy line is Killer Grodd from the Injustice 2 video game. And guys, before we look at the figure, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging as always. As you can see, I paid 32 bucks for him. He comes with the big open window so you can see the figure there. Got a lot of gold armor on him, looking pretty cool. Now, I know the characters in the game do have various outfits and colors. This is, I think, probably one of the main ones for Killer Grodd here. And you got a picture of him here in the back. It's actually a photo of the toy instead of an actual screenshot of the game. Here's some more figures in the line. Some of these guys look pretty cool, and I'm actually looking forward to trying to get some of them. Here's some more Lego Mumbo Jumbo. Now guys, that is it for the box. So let's go ahead and let's take out the figure and check it out. Alright guys, so here he is outside of the box, and let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this figure here. He does have quite a bit of detail to him. Now as you can see, he's got lots of detail in the face, especially in the mouth there. Very nicely done. Awesome looking, the armor all the way around him. Very cool looking. You can see the way he's mounted on there too. It looks really nice the way they did this figure. Very nicely done. Nothing feels loose, feels cheap or anything like that. It is really cool. I really do like this figure a lot in its appearance. It looks really nice. As you can see here, hopefully the camera picks it up. Lots of detail on the figure itself and on the armor as well. As you can see here on the back as well. Now you can see there is a gap here. Now I'm not sure if that's the way the figure is supposed to be. That's how it was in the packaging. Not 100% sure if it was mint in box. The guy did say he sealed. The stickers looked like they were sealed. So I just had to go by his word. But everything appears fine. As you can see with the articulation, he can go left and right. Can't do any up and down. Now, I don't know if this is all the McFarlane figures with this Killer Grodd, but mine is super stiff. And once again, like I always say, I'm always afraid of these McFarlane snapping at the joints because I've had figures from them do this in the past. Now, with the armor on this figure, even though he does have a double jointed elbow, you really don't get much of a bend at the elbow there. Now the wrist, you do get a nice big bendable wrist there and twists and bends in, which is really nice. You do get the shoulder action as well. I don't know if you guys were able to see that in the video, but you do get some shoulder action as well. He has that mid-ab crunch as well there. And of course he has the right at the waist as well, but he doesn't have any much waist twisting. Let me see here. It's really, really tight. Now with the legs, like I said, these things are super stiff. Let me see here if I can get the legs. Let's see how far the knees can bend here. I actually got to put some force onto it, and I'm really trying not to put too much. Now he does have toe articulation. He has some heel, not much. Like I said, this figure has all the articulation points of most of the other McFarlane figures, but I don't know if it's because of age or if it's the way it was designed. This figure's articulation is really, really tough. I'm gonna have to work it a little bit, but guys, if you know of a way to loosen up these joints without damaging or harming the figure, leave me a comment in the comment section below so I can try it out and try to get some posability out of this guy here. Like I said, even though the joints are really tough and everything, I do like the figure. The figure is pretty cool. Let me get up the stand here. See, he does have some weight to him. This is not a light figure. This figure does have some weight to him, so it is a balancing act. Now, once again, let's check out the accessories that come with the figure. As always, you get the DC stand, which is very nice because these stands actually do work with these figures and it holds them up, which is really good because I think I'm going to need something like that. And then you get a card of Gorilla Grodd here, but it's basically the picture on the back, and it is of the action figure. It would have been cool if they actually had something like maybe Gorilla Grodd from like the CW or a screenshot from the video game. That would have been cool, but there's a picture of the toy. I could have taken that myself, guys. And guys, we got one more figure, so let's go ahead and let's get into that right now. Alright guys, so we got one more figure, and this one is pretty cool. I believe this is a Build-A-Figure from one of the Marvel series here. And here it is. It's the giant Ant-Man figure. Very cool looking, and it's gonna make a great addition to my Marvel shelf. So guys, let's go ahead and take a look. Now, he didn't come with any boxes or anything. Came all together, so really quick, there is some detail to him. I really can't tell with the eyes. It seems like they got some eyes back there, but with the lenses, it's hard to tell. He does have lots of articulation points, like pretty much all the figures in these Marvel series here. But the detail to the costume is really cool, and the hands there as well. As you can see, many articulation points on this figure as well. Very nicely done. I like the way these figures are. Now, this one feels really light, and from other Build-A-Figures that I've had, they usually are not this light feeling. But then again, they've never been this skinny as well. The only other Build-A-Figure I had similar to this one, I believe, is Atom Smasher from the DC universe. I have him, and he's about the same size. So let's go ahead and take a look at some articulation. As always, the head is on a ball joint, so you do get some up and down, left and right, and you get some tiltage there. Now, the shoulders do have some play in it as well, so you can move the shoulders around. He can go out 90 degrees at the shoulder there. He does have a bicep twist as well. His arms can do a 360 rotation just the same. Now, let's see how much of a bend we get here. I think that's about it right there. Yeah, that's about as close as we're going to get. It's more than 90 degrees, but it's still good. And then, as always with the wrist, you get the wrist tiltage and the wrist twist as well. Very nicely done. He does have a midsection crunch there as well. He does have a hip twist. Now with the legs, let's see, how far can the legs go out? You got a 90-degree twist right there, so he can't do the Van Damme splits. He can't go almost 90 degrees forward. Very close. But with the butt packing in the back there, that's pretty much as far back as he can go. He does have a thigh rotation as well, as you can see here. Now let's see with the knees. How far can we bend the knees? Still not past 90 degrees, but still good. Very nicely done there. And then we also have the ankle, which you can see has the up and down tilt, the twist. It has a little bit of positioning there, so you can do all kinds of stuff there as well. Very nicely done for a Build-A-Figure. Like I said, he feels super light, which is pretty good, but you can get him into some poses here. And I do have a couple of different Ant-Man figures in various sizes, I believe. So he's going to make a great addition. Now, this here is my Red Hulk Build-A-Figure here. This one is massively heavy, and you can see the size comparison to these two. You can see the Ant-Man figure is a lot taller compared to the Hulk figure, and my Venom Build-A-Figure is about the same height as the Hulk. So I'm really gonna have to do some shelf adjusting here to get this Ant-Man figure to fit, or maybe pull them up in a way where he'll fit on the smaller shelf. But guys, this here's my two figures for this week. I think that's where we're gonna end the video for today. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up another episode here at Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the figures of the Ant-Man Build-A-Figure and the Killer Grodd Injustice 2 figure, are they worth getting for your collection? Well, like I always say, when it comes to McFarlane, they are a stickler with the details. They make some great figures when it comes to detail on these figures and the sculpting to them. They are meticulous and they look amazing. The one thing I always have an issue with is the figure's articulation. I always feel like I'm gonna snap a figure in half whenever I try to pose it up, and I'm always scared to do it with these figures because as good as they feel and as much attention to detail these guys do with these figures, it always feels that the limbs and the joints actually are the ones where it's gonna snap, and it feels like those are the weak points. And I've seen some figures, and I've had some McFarlane figures break at those sections. So when it comes to these figures here, like everything else, it's gonna be a judgment call to you guys. If you're like me and you're just gonna collect them, set them in a pose, and then keep them on the shelf and hardly ever touch them, then yeah, I would go for them because they are really, really detailed. If you're somebody that's constantly fidgeting around with your figures, like I said, that's gonna be up to you. It's your collection, you collect what you see fit. But guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, do me a favor and hit that like button because it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're watching this on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. Now guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again guys, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.